Respondents referred to it as a relaxing atmosphere, a nice atmosphere for writing. It did not feel like school. A tutor commented students would not be as relaxed in a school environment. So there was that whole idea of it being a safe and supportive atmosphere. Some of the students referred to about how they had the confidence to speak out, having my say, being able to share my ideas. So in terms of the open and non-judgmental environment, much of the data there indicated that participants felt that they were free to express themselves and that what they had to say wouldn't be judged. So there's one quote here where a principal talks about the interest that the Fighting Words tutors had in what the students had to say, and they highlighted this as something that was very beneficial and encouraging to the students, and where they would use dialogue to literally tease out their ideas and asking them, is that how you do this? Is that good or is it not? And all the while encouraging the students to try things out. So being open to that with the students experimenting with their ideas and having that dialogue about it. I suppose what kind of ties in hand with that then is the freedom to make mistakes. So if they know that the adult is receptive to their ideas, that they're open to what they have to say, and that they're not going to be judged or criticised, then that's going to encourage them to express themselves and gives them that freedom to make mistakes, so that freedom, permission to fail or permission to make mistakes. So again, that notion of non-judgmental comes in. They needed to learn that their work wouldn't be judged in the same way as schoolwork is judged. I think there's a lot of unlearning that some of them need to do before they really begin to feel comfortable writing. So something that emerged from the data on Fighting Words was this whole notion of the physical space, which wasn't something that had been very prominent in the literature that I had reviewed. So the three key things that came out was about the fact that it was a bright space, that it included outdoor space, and that it was an out-of-school experience. In terms of a sense of belonging then, and that idea of a community, one of the participants refers to that this place is like a second home to me. Another one says it's the fact that you're not on your own. And then that the sense of well-being, a sense of fulfillment comes across in some of the data as well, where one of the principals talks about a student who had developed that little bit of extra confidence that wasn't there before. And one of the students themselves talks about their experience of when they go to rugby matches. Their parents would bring them along to a rugby match and they had their little notebook with them. And they used to be writing in the notebook, and the parents thought that they were taking notes on the different drills and whatever they were observing in the pitch. But not so. They were actually writing down their own little stories, and again just showing the the joy and fulfillment that the writing process brought to them and what they gained from it and how they brought it into their lives and continued to use it. And one of the principals then comments about self-esteem and says that their self-esteem shot through the roof. I could see over the course of the year their shoulders were physically up more. So the idea that what Fighting Words was setting out to achieve was actually being observed as something that was happening among the participants, and this was reported to us by the principals of the schools participating in the project.